The health industry makes a fortune selling novelty. New protocols, new gadgets, new programs, new superfoods, new equipment, new everything. But the women I have watched transform their health at midlife in the most profound ways didn't do it with any of that. They did it with small, unsexy habits done consistently over time. And the greatest part is none of the habits were wildly new things. They were just basic measures done consistently over time. So today we're going to talk about what those actually are. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. I really want to give you permission today to be completely unimpressed with your own health strategy. Hear me out. Let me tell you what that means. Because the most effective health behaviors, without exception, are the most boring ones. They're not dramatic. They do not make for great content. They do not require a subscription or a supplement or a new piece of equipment. They just require showing up repeatedly over a long time frame to let the compounding do its work. So let me tell you what those habits actually are and why the research supports them above almost everything else. By the way, none of these will be new to you. None of them will come as a surprise. So here are the 7 basic habits that I come back to time and time again with every client I work with, the ones that produce the most consistent results over time. And these 7 are really what I call base camp because they're not the work of your life. They just help you to do the work of your life. So the first is sleep, right? Sleep is when your body does some of its most important work. It repairs tissues, it consolidates memory, it regulates hormones, it processes emotion. No other intervention touches what sleep does, not even close. And sleep is not lazy. Sleep is not a luxury. It is foundational. It is essential. The second is eating real food. I know, so boring, right? Food that your great-great-great-grandmother would recognize as food. Things that are least packaged and in their most complete form, right? Things that typically live on the outskirts of the grocery store. Food that your body recognizes as food. And I would add, especially in midlife, that pursuing a diet that is protein forward, right? So we are really considering where the protein is at every meal. And fiber those are foundational to maintaining healthy muscle and digestion and a healthy microbiome. The third is daily movement. I'm not even talking about exercise. I'm talking about moving your body often and much. Do you sit for long periods of time, or do you break up your sedentary periods of time with movement breaks? I hope it's the latter. If it's not, make it the latter. Walking counts, gardening counts, stretching counts, dancing counts. The evidence for consistent, moderate movement across every dimension of midlife, metabolic, hormonal, cognitive, and emotional, is overwhelming. You do not need to train like an athlete. You need to move like a human, often and much. Not a modern human. Don't move like a modern human because I feel like modern humans just sit a lot. Move like a caveman, right? Swinging and climbing and grabbing and pulling and twisting and turning and reaching and bending, all of that. Fourth, hydrate. Drink water. Most women are mildly dehydrated, if not significantly dehydrated. And even mild dehydration impairs your ability to think. It elevates your stress. It contributes to fatigue and cravings. Water, I know it's not glamorous, but it's free and it's everywhere. And it's also not optional, right? You'll die from dehydration before you die from lack of food, which should stress to you the importance of drinking water. And honestly, I have seen hydration do really beautiful things in very stagnant bodies. So women who aren't pooping on the regular, or who have really low energy every afternoon, or whose joints hurt or have lots of inflammation, drinking water on the regular can move mountains with a lot of those conditions. Fifth, this is, I feel like, a cornerstone of what I teach, which is mindset work or elegant thinking in ways that are useful to you. You can do mindset work in whatever form works for you. I have lots of skills and strategies that I teach my clients and students, but this is definitely a skill set that is most commonly skipped. And it's one with arguably the most downstream impact on every other health behavior. If you don't learn how to parent your brain, or in other words, manage your mind, you're not going to follow through with the healthy behaviors that you intend on doing. Mindset is really the root of all of it. The sixth is connection. We need other humans. We need to connect and feel connected to other humans. And so spending time in the company of people that you would really enjoy being around, or people who really inspire you, or who are pursuing the same types of things that you want to pursue in your life, can go a long way in helping you to feel healthy and happy. And the last one, again, totally free, and in some ways, mostly accessible to most people, is nature. Get outside, breathe fresh air, look at a tree, feel grass under your feet, get natural light into your eyes, get out from behind the screens, out from under all the junk light, and get out in nature. It is so good for your nervous system. We tend to move our bodies more when we're outside. There are so many positive consequences from spending more time outdoors. So here's the thing. You already know these things. The gap, I have long argued, is rarely ever a lack of information. The gap that most women are rumbling with is consistency. And consistency is not built through heroic willpower, but through making the boring things so routine that they really require no decision at all, because they just become a part of who you are. That's the goal. Let that be the ultimate goal. And your life, your health for sure, will change dramatically. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.